Should you buy a PC or should you buy a console slash PS5 in 2024? And this particular rivalry goes beyond time. It's from the beginning of PC and console and gaming. And it always been a very heated topic. The PC side will defend themselves by saying how superior the PC platform is, and on the other hand, the console platform side would say that how simple it is. And to be honest, both of them are right in their own defense. But in this video, let's dissect topic by topic. Let's talk about the performance or the hardware capability of both of the platforms. First, let's talk about PCs. PCs, you can build them however you want to. If you want a processor heavy system for your work but you also want to game on it, well, you can build it. Insert a high-end CPU and a mid-range GPU where you can game comfortably, and you have a work machine and a fun play gaming machine all together itself. And if you don't have the money right now, you can upgrade your PC from time to time if you leave the upgrade pathway there. But when it comes to console, well, yes, you can do a lot of stuff in your console when it comes to internet surfing, when it comes to streaming media. That doesn't mean that consoles are bad. They are simple, and that is their USP. And when it comes to hardware, yes, nowadays you can upgrade your console's hardware to a certain degree. To be specific, you can upgrade your storage always been a big issue for consoles. When it comes to PC, you can add hard drive, you can add SSD as much as your motherboard will support. But when it comes to consoles, in yesteryears, you couldn't really upgrade your storage. Yes, you can add external hard drives, but those were expensive and slow. But nowadays with PS5 and Xbox, well, you can add a new SSD. Yes, they are a little costly, like the officially supported SSDs are a little costly. And now let's talk about performance. When it comes to consoles, you will have a little bit smoother experience. By that, what I mean is game developers generally optimize their games on console more than PCs. Well, the reason is simple. When it comes to console, you have a single set of hardware, but when it comes to PC, there are a lot of variability. That's the reason game devs optimize their games for consoles so users can have better experience. But when it comes to PC, they don't optimize their games that much. They rely on the brute force power of PC. If you have a high-end powerful hardware, then your game will run on your PC smoother. But if your hardware isn't that much powerful, you have the capability to tune your graphic settings to your desire to achieve your desired frame rate. But when it comes to console, well, although newer games on console looks really good, but if we compare it with PC, even at medium settings, some games look better in PC rather than console. And on console, you don't have the ability to tweak every single graphic settings. You would be able to tweak the FPS rate, like if you want higher performance, 120 FPS or 60 FPS, or you want 4K or resolution or 1080p resolution. Yes, those options are there, but advanced tuning is not present because the hardware inside a console is very limited compared to PC. And that's the reason game developers have to optimize their game in a way that it still looks good when it comes to graphics, but also it needs to get a target FPS and it needs to stay there. If you have a choppy, a laggy gaming experience, then that's a fault of the game developers, not the console, because that's what we expect from console and console gaming. Now let's talk about price. Well, that is where things get really crazy. If you want to buy a console, in this case PS5, because Xbox is honestly not existent, like Microsoft don't even put effort on making a good hardware because they kind of blurred the gap between Xbox and PC. So if you have a PC, that means you can play almost every single game that is available on Xbox, and I'm gonna come to the gaming part later. But You can get your hands onto a console if you spend $400 to $500 nowadays. But if you build a $500 PC, yes, you can build a $500 PC in this economy, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be comparable with its console counterpart. Because if you want to build a $500 PC, your options are very limited. You don't have the options to buy a very high-end graphics card. Let's just say you bought a $300 graphics card. Now you only have $200 to buy a processor, a motherboard, RAM, power supply, cabinet, and if you don't have a monitor, keyboard, mouse, then that cost also needed to be included there. So for a lot of people who just want to enjoy some games after work or after doing home chores, well, a console might be best suited for them. Now let's talk about games. Exclusive games were key aspect of any console generation. Every single console, whether we talk about PS5, PS4, Xbox, or any other, have their console exclusive games. Uncharted, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, these games were hot cakes for Sony. And when it comes to Xbox, Halo and Gears, those two titles were super exclusive to console. But now it's, if you have a PC, you can play Halo. If you have a PC, you can play Gears. It's been a long time that you can play Gears games on your PC, but Halo was the console exclusive, or the Halo game for Xbox, but now it's not there. And also, if we talk about Sony, whether we talk about Last of Us, Uncharted, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, all those games are ported over to PC, and some of the ports are really good, especially all the ports done by Nexus. Almost every single port has done by Nexus, so mostly the games are really well optimized for PC, and they play good, they look good, and you can experience those Sony exclusive games on your PC. You don't have to buy a PS5 or PS4 if you're willing to wait for a while. So the game exclusivity thing is nearly not there. And now let's talk about the ease of convenience. As I have said earlier, for a lot of people, building a PC not only expensive but also time consuming. If you want to buy a pre-built PC, well, not every single SI are selling good value for money PC, and at the same time, if you are going to SI route, then you have to pay a little bit extra. But when it comes to building your own, well, it can be very complicated if you are building it for first time. Yes, it is like building very expensive Lego, but let's stress on the expensive part, because if you do anything wrong, then you might be putting your hardware in trouble. But on the other hand, if you are willing to go to the console route, well, you don't have to worry. You buy a console, you buy some games, you put a display cable from your monitor to your console, you connect your gamepad, and you are ready to enjoy games. But if you are buying a PC, you have to think what configuration you need, what processor you should go with, how much RAM do you need, what graphics card will be well suited for my gaming desire, should I go with SSD or hard drive, and if I'm going with SSD, should I buy SATA SSD or M.2 SSD, and all of this, how much power it will consume, what power supply should I buy, what is the rating of power supply should I need, should I go for a gold certified, silver certified, bronze, what should I do? And all these things can get complicated for a lot of people who don't have the time to put themselves in this trouble. But on the other hand, building your PC can be very rewarding. I love building PC. I have built so many PCs for my friends for free because I enjoy the process. But not everybody has the time or even the mental capacity to troubleshoot your PC. Sometimes your PC can show you error or stop working without giving you any prior signals. Like yesterday your PC was working fine and now nothing is working fine, and you have to troubleshoot that, and that can be very taxing, and not always your particular problem will be readily available on the internet. So sometimes you have to troubleshoot by yourself, by trying new things, by trying things that people already have tried and narrowing down what problem you are having. But when it comes to console, well, in there you also can get into trouble. You also face troubles. But Those are easy to solve, because mostly if you are having a certain type of issue or you are facing certain type of error, then the fix for that problem might already be readily available on the internet. And if not, you can contact your manufacturer and tell them that what kind of problem you are having. They might help you or by remotely, or they might tell you to send your hardware to them and then they will fix it if it is under warranty for free, and if it's not under warranty, then it will cost some money. So what's the final verdict here? Well, if you want to build a PC, kudos to you, man. I really love when anybody tell me I want to get into PC building, I want to join the PC master race community. I love it because I love building PC. I love the PC community, but also I can understand the people who buy a console. I had a PS4. I played a lot of games there, and when it time to upgrade my GPU, I sold that PS4 and funded my GPU upgrade by that reselling money. But getting back to point, consoles are for those people who don't want to worry themselves by building a PC, troubleshooting it, installing Windows on it, searching for games. Whether you buy games from Steam or Epic Games, you should buy from Steam. Don't launch Epic Games unless you are buying or getting free games. But all jokes aside, if you already have a PC and if you want to buy a console, well, don't be ashamed. I can understand the advantages. I can understand the appeal that a console have. But if you have a console and if you want to get into PC building, I can also understand the fun, the thrill, the anxiety, and the times when you think, what have you done? Why you chose these hardware? Because nothing is working. But after solving those issues, the reward that you get, I know that feeling. And if you want to get that feeling, get into PC building. And if you don't want to get that feeling, go and buy a console. Both of the platform have their advantages, have their disadvantages, but at the end of the day, both of the platform will give you the opportunity to play an amazing art form called video games, and that's what matters. If you are enjoying your platform, if you are enjoying your games, then it doesn't matter if you have a PC, if you have a console. You just need to enjoy yourself and you need to be satisfied. So that was it for me today. And if you like the video, hit the like button. If you haven't, well, hit the dislike. Feel free to do it. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe, well, do it by here. And this is Akash, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.